If you've ever thought about gifting your beautiful children's book, which I hope you have, then this video is for you because it will help us make the most out of every gifting situation. Hi there, I'm Eevi, an award-winning children's author and ghostwriter over on eevijones.com and the creator of Children's Book University. I create videos specifically for children's authors, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I am so excited to share this video with you. We will look at 4 specific things. 1, why we as children's authors should consider gifting our book to others. 2, when to gift our book, meaning the different possible occasions. 3, how to gift our book, meaning how to put it together and what to say as we are gifting it. And 4, lots and lots of ideas whom to gift our book to. This is so timely, so let's jump right in. Why should we as children's authors consider gifting our book to others? Now you may be thinking, why should I give my book away for free, Eevi? When it comes to giving our book to someone as a gift, here's my first and biggest ninja tip, which has everything to do with our mindset. Going forward, whenever we're gifting our book to others, I'd encourage you to see it as a strategic investment, just like running Amazon ads or reaching out to influencers would be. The benefit of this strategic investment over most other strategies is that it only costs us a copy of our book. Now, the 2 main reasons for gifting our book are 1, to increase awareness that we have written a children's book, and 2, to potentially get more reviews. If you're anything like me, you too might be rather shy about letting others know that you are a children's author. So one of the biggest reasons behind gifting our book to others is to make them aware of the fact that we have written a book without any awkward sales pitching. And asking for a review after having gifted our book so generously often feels a lot less awkward as well, because there's no longer this pressure we so often feel when we are trying to sell something to others. But when should we consider gifting our book? The answer is anytime. Anytime is a good time. Whenever one of our nieces or nephews that falls in our target age group has a birthday, whenever our neighbors' kids are celebrating a birthday, whenever there is a holiday where gifting is customary like it is for Christmas and Easter. And if our book's topic coincides with holidays where gifting usually doesn't occur, then because of its topic, that's exactly when we should be gifting it. For example, if our book is about a big round turkey, gifting it around Thanksgiving is the perfect time, even though there's usually no gift exchange during that holiday. The same holds true for other events. For example, if our book is about the tooth fairy and our neighbor's daughter just lost her first tooth, what a perfect time to gift our book. And whenever there's a calendar-driven milestone, that's a perfect time as well. For example, at the end of a school year, that's always a great occasion to gift, no matter the topic of our book. So occasion-wise, the sky's the limit here. Any time is a good time to gift our book. Now, if any time is a good time, how should we go about gifting our book? Something authors often tend to do when giving their books to someone is to do so without any bells and whistles. So let's be different. Let's make every gifting occasion special and memorable. Doing so doesn't have to cost much. In fact, it may cost nothing at all if we are using things that we have already on hand. What it does take is some planning beforehand. So here I'd like to focus on the packaging as well as the note we'd want to add to our gift. One of my favorite ways to wrap my books is to use neutral seasonless wrapping paper. That way I can use it year round. And then I like to accessorize it, either so it goes well with the current season or with something fun that goes well with the topic of the book. For example, if our book contains a recipe, we could add a little cookie cutter. This would also work well for any book gifted during the Christmas season. Or if our book is about a dog, we could add a little dog biscuit. If our book is about a speedy little car, we could glue a little toy car on top of the wrapping paper. And if our book is about a playful little cat, we could wrap a bunch of yarn around our paper-wrapped book. The possibilities are truly endless here. Now, besides the book or season-specific wrappings, something we will always want to make sure to add to our book are these 2 things right here. 1 is to sign our book. I have a whole separate video on why I believe it is so important for us authors to always sign our books. So I made sure to share the link to that video in the description below. Here I have also created a list of examples of how we can sign our book and added that list to my children's book marketing toolkit. So if you don't have access to it just yet, I added that link below as well. And 2 is to add a little separate card or note where we wish the recipient a happy birthday, happy holidays, or whatever it may be. Here our note could directly mention and ask for a review, like this example right here. Samantha, I am so excited to share my book with you and hope it brings you as much joy as it brought me to write it. If you enjoy the story and feel inspired, it would mean the world to me if you could leave a quick review on Amazon. Your feedback helps others discover the book, and I truly appreciate your support. Happy reading, Eevi. And below that, we could also add a QR code that takes the recipient directly to our book's review page over on Amazon to make it even easier. In the description below, I have shared my video on how to create that link that leads us directly to our book's review page over on Amazon, along with the QR code generating tool that I helped create, so you can set up your own as well. Now, instead of creating a note that asks directly for a review, we could also write a note that does not ask for a review. Instead, we could do so later on. Here, we could either ask for a review once the recipient reached back out to thank us for our gift, or we could simply follow up sometime later where we express that we hope they enjoyed reading our book, along with an invitation to leave a review for us over on Amazon. Here, we could write something like this. Hi Samantha, I hope you and Max have enjoyed reading Sometimes It Rains together over the holidays. It was such a joy to create, and I truly hope it brought some smiles to your day. If the story resonated with you and Max, I'd be so grateful if you could share your thoughts as a quick review over on Amazon. Reviews go such a long way in helping others discover the book. Thank you so much for your support, and wishing you and your loved ones a wonderful start to the new year. XO, Eevi. P.S. To make it as easy as possible, I've added this link right here that takes you directly to the review page. Now that we know the whys, whens, and hows, let's look at the most exciting part of all, and that's whom we could be gifting our beautiful book to. I like to think of the different recipients in terms of little groups. The first group that always comes to mind when gifting my book are teachers and school administrators. If we have school-aged children, then our book makes such a wonderful end of the school year gift. Our kids' homeroom teacher may add it to their classroom library, add it to the school library, or take it home to read it to their own children. Either way, it's a win. For this particular group, my ninja tip would be not to forget about the administrators and the supporting staff of our kids' schools. For example, my oldest son is really into computers, so for whatever reason, he's always become friends with the IT person of his schools. So every year I made sure to slip one of my books into their gift bag as well. The second group that comes to mind are all the wonderful workers all around us. If we have yard workers come by regularly, or perhaps a weekly or monthly cleaning crew, and we know they have children, gifting them our book is such a wonderful way to show our appreciation. About 6 years ago, we had some work done on our house, and when we had the final walkthrough with the project manager, I gifted him one of my books for his 2 young children. At the beginning of this year, we hired the same company to get some more work done, and I could not believe that Sam, that same project manager, asked me how my writing was going, and that he still had the book I gave him and his kids so many years ago. Sharing our book this way may seem like such a small thing to do, but it can have such a big impact. So gift your beautiful book to people that come and work on or around your house. The third group we could be gifting our book to are our colleagues, co-workers, and employees we get to see and work with every day. Our place of work is such a huge and wonderful pool to dip into, so whether we gift our book directly to someone we are working with, or if we are making our book part of the Secret Santa or White Elephant gift exchange that our office may be hosting each year. Either way provides us with such a wonderful opportunity to share our book. The fourth group we could be gifting our book to are school bus drivers. This again is such a wonderful opportunity to share our book if we have school-aged children who take the bus to school. More often than not, parents gift a little something to that driver already anyway, so why not make it our book? And if we usually don't get anything for our son or daughter's bus driver, even better, because now this gesture will stand out even more. Now, if we don't know whether or not our bus drivers have children themselves, we shouldn't let this stop us. Here we could always say something like this on our card. Dear Mr. Todd, reading together creates such cherished memories, so I hope you'll enjoy sharing this book with a special little one in your life. Happy holidays, the Jones family. That way we imply that they can read it with their own children, or they can simply share it and even gift it to someone else if they don't have children themselves. This is such a versatile message that we could add this to any of these situations, no matter whom we are gifting our book to. And because we will also sign our book along with a special note, the recipient will know that it was us that authored this book. Group number 5, we could be gifting our book to our groups and coaches. Whether that's our kids' soccer coach, their little goldfish swim school, their martial arts studio, their tumbler class, or their music class. These are all perfect locations for us to share our beautiful children's book with. Why? Because these are all opportunities where just one copy of our gifted book has the potential to reach multiple families. And who knows what this may lead to. And if our book's topic ties into any of these locations, even better. For example, if our book's about persistence, then we can mention that as we are gifting our book to the swim coach. Or if our book is about martial arts and the lessons the sport may be teaching our little readers, we can mention that when we are gifting our book to that martial arts school as a whole, so that it can be shared in the waiting room that parents and smaller siblings often wait in during class. Or if we become close to the other families in our kids' tumble or music class, we could be gifting each of them their own copy, multiplying our chances of receiving reviews. But these groups don't just have to be our kids' groups. Knitting groups, weekly yoga groups, pickleball groups, and even Bible study groups. These are all such amazing opportunities and locations where we could be gifting our book, because most of these groups' members have at least one little one in their lives. Group number 6 we could be gifting our book to are our dentists, vets, and doctors' offices. Again, the gifting of our book doesn't just have to apply to holidays. Here we could gift our book whenever we are up for our annual checkup. This works for all children's books, but if our book's topic somehow relates to these places, even better. For example, if our book is about the tooth fairy, it would be perfect for our dentist. Or if our book is about dogs, why not also bring a copy to our next vet visit so our vet can share their copy in the waiting area. And that's where one of my other favorite gifting ninja tips comes in. It's always all about how we frame these things. For example, my reader Didi Dragon's book Germs vs. Soap is perfect to be shared in a doctor's waiting room. But instead of asking these places if it would be okay to place a copy of our book in their waiting room, we could simply give our book to them as a gift, as a means for their little visitors to be educated. That way, it's not a favor we are asking for, right? Instead, it becomes a nice gesture we as authors are extending to these places. And this shift in our approach changes everything. Group number 7 we could be gifting our book to are our neighborhood's mailman or mailwoman who regularly deliver our mail. So many of us are so fortunate to have the same mailwoman, mailman, or delivery driver for our neighborhood. Every year I like to buy either some chocolate or gift card for these people. And whenever I know someone has little children or grandchildren, I like to include one of my books as well. I love doing so. It has led to so many wonderful conversations. In my neighborhood, for example, we used to have the most amazing mailman named Robert. He's retired now, but every year for our neighborhood-wide Halloween parade, he still comes and visits so he can catch up on everybody's news. Every year my family would gift him something for his birthday and for Christmas. And of course, I have shared a book of mine with him as well. It's still something he remembers and brings up during those annual Halloween visits because he loved sharing my book with his grandchildren. And finally, group number 8 we could be gifting our book to is our neighbors. This is another big one because there's just so much potential here. For example, every morning there are probably 10 to 15 kids at my youngest son's bus stop, all accompanied by an adult. So on the last school day before winter break, I like to gift everyone a little bag with one of my books, while others bring cookies and little packs of hot chocolate mix. But again, we don't have to have school-aged kids to gift our book to the neighborhood. So many neighborhoods have little libraries these days where we get to take a book and share a book. There are more than 175,000 such libraries in more than 121 countries. We have them all over and my family loves them. So why not consider sharing our book this way? But instead of simply placing our book into a little library, what would be even more effective is if we were to approach the people whose property the little library is on. Why? Because these families cared enough about books and their community around them that they built that library onto their property. We could nicely wrap up our book write a little note, and place it into their mailbox. Again, adding a personal note here is important, where we would want to let the owners know that we are a local author and that we wanted to contribute a book to their little library, and that it would mean so much to us in the success of our book if they'd be willing to leave a heartfelt review over on Amazon. Mentioning that we are a local author can be really powerful here, because that's what sets us apart from all these other books that may already be in those little libraries. These people that set them up in their own yard clearly care about their community, so sharing our book with them as a local author may just get them to support us with a review. Again, remember that the two main reasons for gifting our book is to, 1, increase awareness among the people around us that we have written a beautiful children's book, and 2, to potentially get more reviews for it. And I've gotten so many reviews from gifting my books this way. So when it comes to sharing our book, an incredibly important ninja tip is this: if we want to receive reviews, we will have to ask for them. And we have to follow up. So we can either ask for a review on our cards or notes we are adding to our book directly, or we can ask for it later, like in the sample email script I shared earlier. Letting others know what a review would mean to us and the success of our book is so important, because most simply don't know how helpful a positive review can be and how hard they are to come by. There are endless opportunities for us to intentionally gift our book. People around us get so excited when they learn that we have written and published a children's book, so let's tap into that by letting them know. Being a children's author is so much about making an impact on the life of little ones. And so often we are trying to reach those so far from us, an audience we don't know. But what if, especially during the holiday season, we look around us and see all those beautiful people that are right here beside us? What if we have our books touch those lives that are touching ours? I so hope this video got your creative juices flowing and that you're excited to come up with your own list of people you'd like to gift your beautiful book to in order to make an impact on their lives. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really encourages me to keep making free videos for you just like this one. Here's to reaching people around us, one copy at a time. Bye!